Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Junkie Garage. As you can see, I've got the latest project in the shop. Finally cleaned up enough to get something in here. Getting through the holidays. Glad that's over with. What I have here, and I've been looking for one of these for a long time. Well, not this particular model, but a mini pontoon. It has got it's a 14-foot deck, and the pontoons are 20 foot long. I didn't want anything real big. I wanted everything complete when I found one, like all the controls, all the railing, everything. Motors there, that's 28 horse Johnson. It's also 86 as well, by looking up the decoder. 2-stroke. That can be a good thing or a bad thing. All the controls and everything's there. But what the biggest thing on this project is I'm getting rid of this little dinky trailer. It just sits on the cross. The cross members just sit on the trailer, and the whole little bit. You see how wide it is? That's barely 4 foot, if that. I'd rather it be like a normal pontoon trailer, where the pontoons sit on the trailer. You know what I'm saying? But the first thing we're going to dive into is the motor. I'm not worried about anything else at the moment. It has been forever since I worked on 2-stroke, and I wasn't real good at it then. Somebody out there that knows more than me, if you tell me if this is the electric choke, please drop that in the comments. Because you can push in on the key switch like you're supposed to be able to do on a pontoon boat and it choke it. I can push in on that. I can hear something clicking back here. So I've got a suspicion that's what it is, but somebody knows more than I do, please drop it. I know this carburetor's got to be gummed up, because the people I bought it from said they had it for 6 years, never done anything with it. And the old timer they bought it off of said it'd been sitting up for 10 years. Obviously, there's some pieces missing. If it gives me too much problem, I'm going to just buy another carburetor and be done with it. Because I'm kind of skeptical about the JB Weld up here. And then the other thing is, I'm guessing to get the carburetor off, you would have to remove the starter. I'm guessing. I don't know 100% sure. Because there's one of the nuts, if y'all can see it down in there, hidden behind the starter. But if my biggest deal is compression. Because if compression is in spec, no need to worry about anything else. Because compression's good, 90% chance that the rest of the motor is going to be good. So what we're going to do, I already gathered up some tools before I started the video. Going to do a compression check first thing and see how it is. All right. I don't think it needs a wrench. No. Huh? Spark plugs don't look too bad. Well, I could have been running a little rich or flooded at one time, but I've seen worse. I've seen better. It'll get new ones anyway before it hits the water. And also my plan is, if I can get it running right here as it sits in the shop, I just want to try to crank it over, hear it bust off and idle for a couple seconds. Then I'm going to kill it, get a bucket in here and put water in it, see if the water pump pumps. Which I'm going to replace that anyway, but I want to see it pump. Oh. I was 30 minutes before I started this video digging dirt daubers and everything out of it. All right, let me grab full throttle. Better not do that. That is going to need a floor in it. I'll show you more about that here in a minute. Let me see if I can. Well, all those controls work. That's a good sign. All right. Yeah. The decking needs some attention. So, here we are. Hopefully get something. Spins over plenty good. Well, I thought it was full throttle. Let me hold that open. You can see that's not a real name brand gauge, but almost 110. That's pretty good for a two-stroke. We'll see about the top one. All right. We're gonna repeat the same process. Try it again. Yeah, everything's out of the way. Try it again. As you can see, right at 110. And according to the book, compression ranges, fair shape is 90 pounds. Excellent shape is 120. That's the high end. And anything below 80 calls for a full rebuild. So that's right there at excellent shape, according to that. So what we're going to do now is put some plugs back in it. Oh, NDKs. I've never had much luck out of them. All right. Let me see. Plug wires back on. Might better go up there and put this thing back to idle. Talk about that in a minute. All right, I'm going to push in on this key switch, and you'll hear the clicking I'm talking about. Key on. That's with me pushing the key. I'm just quite certain that's electric choke. Now, show y'all a couple other little things. Like, let me grab a flashlight. Right there, I believe that's part of the housing that holds the starter on. Like a bolt missing there. And some little screw or something missing out of that bracket. That looks like right here where this little groundwater right went. Somebody broke a head off or something. But I hope that doesn't go into the block. Instead, you know what I'm saying, in starter housing. I have never ever worked on a Johnson. It's always been Mercury. Just a personal preference. You know, there's good and bad in all of them, so we'll see. All right. I've got a tank here. I had to remember to put oil in it because all the outboards I have now are 4-stroke. I almost made a mistake before I even got started. All right. God dang. Doesn't seal off real good. All right. Let me turn the key on. All right. At least it works from the key switch. I'm not sure that one works real well. Let me get the one that come with the boat. See if it acts any better. Dry rotted hose. I should have got some more when I went to town today, but I'm just wanting to see if it even run. Yeah, that's what I figured. See, the hose is so hard, snaps right off. So, we won't worry about that. Grab a knife. There we go. This stuff is hard as a rock. Yeah. That, and I know I'm going to get I get it running. If it runs out pretty decent, I'm going to get a spare set of coils to carry, a CDI box, and a starter and a fuel pump. Okay. There. I don't even know gas come through that. Huh. You see about the other end. I'll trust this one a little better. Alright, let me get all this. You have to go get all new fuel line, fuel filters, new gas tanks. That's the only portable gas tank I have. All my other boats got a long aluminum tank made into it. Gas tank's probably gonna go on this seat because I'm not real crazy about them sitting out here, how they're mounted. Just not real keen on that. This looks like too big a place for water to get in the fuel. You know, this gas lines for these outboards, I don't know what material it's made out of, but when it gets old, it gets hard as a rock. There. That one looks a little better. That fits a little better too. I gotta take this end off for this Tohatsu. That's why I got a little 20 horse Tohatsu. That's what I took this fuel tank out of. That's a good little motor. This damn hose got a liner in it. It appears. Yeah, sure does. We're just gonna stick this in here. Yep. Let's put a clamp on it. I'm gonna replace that line too. Alright, but anyway, tighten this up. See what we get here. All right, well, I'm suspecting from where you plug the fuel hose up at to the carburetor is probably stopped up. But anyway, we're going to give it a little help. Oh, that sounds good, promise. Well, try that. Uh-oh. Definitely got fuel in the carburetor now. Little better. Probably all that varnish in the carburetor. Try this again. One more time, don't give up. Alright folks, well, as you can see, it's got potential. It will start and run. The right thing to do would be go ahead and pull that carburetor off. See if I can clean it up, but missing something. I know there's a screen or something goes over here. And this JB weld kind of concerns me. And get a few other little spare parts for it. The other thing is where they got the motor mounted. Oh, that's going to be replaced. Oh, that's going to be replaced. And the wooden deck, all that's coming off. Brand new plywood going to the side that's facing the water and all the edges. You know, the fiberglass resin coated on there real good and let it dry. Do the same thing on the walking surface. Couple real good coats of it, let it dry. Then the last coat, get a flyer sifter and a bag of play sand and put some grit in there so it has, you know, something, a little slip resistance. There will not be any carpet in this boat. I despise carpet. But anyway, I'll bring y'all folks back. And like I said, anybody that knows a lot more than I do, please drop a comment or something. I'm pretty sure that's electric choke for a carburetor, but I don't know. As always, thanks again for watching. I'm going to do some more work on tomorrow. Later.